I'm Heather Langton, also known as the Profit Queen with On Point Business Coaching, and I am going to talk to you about profit. So I'm going to talk to you about how to increase some of your bottom line numbers, but you can't do that without looking at all facets of the company. So after that, we're going to have Rich come up, and Rich is going to talk to you about how to make better connections with your employees, your clients, just in general. If you can make better connections with others, that increases your likelihood that you're going to be successful in business. I'd also like to give a shout out to Adam. All right, so this is Adam with Epic Moment Photography, and he's doing a video for us, and he's a very good photographer, very good with video. So if you guys have any need for that for your business, he's got cards with him, and he's somebody that you can talk to about doing the photography or the video. Okay, so profit. It's about more than just the money. So there are a lot of things that can affect your profit. You've got the leads, conversions, multipliers, people, relationships. You've got so many different things that you can look at. What is profit? So the technical definition of profit is very lengthy and very technical, but basically what most people look at as profit is the amount that you have coming in as revenue minus the amount that you have going out for your expenses, and whatever you're left with is your profit. So it's kind of a result of those things that you kind of just, whatever's left over, you get to have as profit. But I look at it a little bit differently. So what is profit not? It's not your owner pay, any of the bonuses, any of the taxes, any of the employee gifts. It's not interest or payments on loans. It's none of those things. Profit is after those things have been paid. So if you are paying yourself out of profit, you're missing out. There's a better way to do it. And to be honest, when you're paying yourself out of profit, it's not profit. So again, the typical formula. Profit. To increase your profit, you increase your revenue and you decrease your expenses, right? It should be that simple. Well, it is if you look at it from a broad view. But if you look at it in detail, there are several areas that you can affect in your business in order to affect your bottom line. So your number of leads, how many people you get your name in front of, how many people see your marketing, how many people see your television ads, how many people you get in front of at networking, that kind of stuff, that's your number of leads. So that's before you even step into the picture as far as having that person as a client or a customer. Then you look at your conversion rate. So how many people that you get in front of actually give you a call, utilize your services, and become a customer or a client? Each of these items, just to step back a tiny bit, each of these items, you should be keeping track of these things in your business. And if you're not or you don't know how, let me know and I can help you. But if it's pretty simple to do once you know where to get the information and once you have a format to use. So your conversion rate is how many people turn into actual clients. If you multiply your number of leads by your conversion rate, you get your total number of clients. The items in blue are results of the items in black. So your clients are a result of the number of leads that you get in front of multiplied by your conversion rate. If you multiply your number of clients by your transactions, the number of transactions that they do in a year. So if somebody comes in 6 times in a year to get their hair cut, if somebody comes in for massages once a month, if somebody looks at adding to their portfolio once a month, once every quarter, whatever it is. However many transactions each client does within the period of a year. Also multiplied by your average dollar sale. So how much is the average that the person that you're working with spends each time they come see you, each time you come to do work for them, each time they make a purchase at your shop? If you multiply those things by your clients, you get your revenue. So again, revenue is a result of your number of transactions and average sale multiplied by clients. Then you've got your profit margin. Your profit margin is a number that you can set. So it depends on the industry. Some industries, it's a 10 to 15% profit margin is considered average, typical. I don't want to say good, and there are other industries that have 60% or more. So it just depends. So once you multiply your revenue by your profit margin, you end up with your profit. Here's a really quick and easy example. If you have 1,000 leads, you've got a conversion rate of 25%, 250 clients. If they do 10 transactions in a year on average, $100 each time, you're at $250,000 for your revenue. If you multiply that by a profit margin of 25%, $62,500 is your profit. So what if you were able to increase any of those 5 items that are in black by just 10%? What would happen? So if you look at the numbers and follow them down, your total profit is $91,506. That's a difference of $29,006. So what would you do with $29,006 next year, this year? What would you do with it? Would you hire people to work in your company so that you don't have to work as many hours? Would you be able to spend more time with your family because you wouldn't be working as many hours because you've hired people to take over some things? Would you be able to put money into a retirement fund or a college fund? Would you buy things for yourself, your family, your friends? What would you do with that kind of money? If you are able to figure out how to increase those 5 areas, you're going to increase your profit. So, and like it says there, one small change can make a big difference. So what can you do to look at those 5 areas? What does that specifically mean? What are some ideas of how you can affect those 5 areas? So increasing your number of leads, creating a marketing plan that's more pointed, more focused on your ideal client. Narrowing down your target market is a big thing as well. Creating a blog, putting it on your website. Doing social media, you should have a minimum of 3 posts a week on a minimum of 2 different platforms for social media. If you do more, that's better, but that's what you should be targeting for a minimum. And press releases. I mean, those are some areas that you can increase your number of leads, that you can get exposure to the right people that eventually will want to buy from you because they realize you're their company, you're the company that's going to provide them with what they need, and they're your ideal client. Increasing a conversion rate. So you've got things like the DISC, which Rich will go into more detail on in a little bit. But the DISC itself is a personality assessment. It's a way to talk to. It's a way to interact with people and to connect with people. It helps you to see the best way to connect with what somebody else perceives to be good customer service. You've got a written guarantee. If you put a meaningful written guarantee into place, that will increase your conversion rate. It doesn't have to be 100% money back guarantee. I didn't say anything about money. So whatever you want to put in writing that you will guarantee. I've seen things like we'll use the best cutting edge technology available to the industry. We'll use the best products that are available in the industry so that we can give you the highest quality that we can, that kind of stuff. Using software to control your sales funnel so that you are not missing people. It takes 7 to 10 touches before somebody decides to buy from you. And so if you're trying to get in front of somebody 7 to 10 times before they can be a client, you need to keep track of how many times you're getting a hold of them, how you're getting a hold of them, what the result is, what the next time that you should follow up with them, all that kind of stuff. And of course, knowledge of your industry, knowledge of your client, knowledge of your product or service. The more knowledge you have, the more you can give people education so that they can make the right choice for themselves. A lot of the times what we find is that customers don't necessarily, they think that they know what they want, but if we give them more education, they realize maybe they want something different and we can sell them what's better for them. Number of transactions. So however many times each of your clients comes in to either purchase your service, your product, do 10 ways of different marketing methods to get yourself out there and get yourself in front of them, because the more you market, the more they're going to see it, the more they're going to come in and buy, in theory. Under promise and over deliver. If you tell people you're going to do something and you don't, especially if it's before the sale, it's kind of like dating. Kind of like dating. You're on your best behavior in the beginning, and then things change as you go, right? So you are not as vigilant, you're not as maybe careful with clients as they become more familiar with you. And so thinking about if you under promise and you actually follow through on what you have to say, you build trust. And people do business with those that they trust. Know, like, and trust is the phrase, but a digital newsletter, get yourself in front of people. Also, checking in with clients, past clients, current clients. How was your hair color? How was your massage? Do you have any questions about your insurance? Anything like that. Contacting past customers to remind them that you're there. If it's not, there are certain fields where obviously you're not going to contact your past customers in insurance necessarily, but you may contact people to see if they need something additional that they haven't been aware of in the last year. Increase your average dollar sales. So how can you get people to spend more when they're working with you, when they're buying from you, when they're in your shop? Raising your prices. A lot of people are afraid to raise their prices. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch. And if it's been more than a year since you've raised your prices, you need to look at it. If you look at raising prices, you can also increase perceived value. So now they're paying for something that they might have gotten for a lesser fee previously, a lesser investment amount, but they're getting more out of it now because now you're throwing in some kind of free information or, whatever. Easy financing, making it so that people can finance your services. Some services and products you can't do that with, but if you can have financing available at the time of purchase, you're going to increase your number of people that buy with you and the amount that they purchase. That's a whole bunch of candy just to symbolize things up by the register. So if you have a shop, have little things up by the register and have employees offer those items to the people who are buying. If you have items up by the register that are higher quality, they're going to be purchased, people are going to purchase more if it's right in front of them. And so the higher quality and higher priced items, you can put those little things by the register and people will buy them. You can do things like that for massage even. So a quality of product. If you don't have a quality product, you're not going to be able to sell to people. But if you have a higher quality product, you can sell more. And ask the client if they want an upgrade of any kind. So that's a paid upgrade. For example, I know that you just wanted to come in and get your hair cut today. Would you like to have a wash and blow dry too? And that's an extra charge or whatever. So you can always upgrade things. The last one, your profit margin. This one's kind of nebulous to a lot of people. Have people pay you for a service that they previously got for free. I know somebody who does internet marketing, makes websites, does SEO, does social media, that kind of thing. And they used to give away a free assessment of everybody's website, SEO, digital market, or social media, all those kinds of things. She used to do that for free and it would take her 4 hours. So if you can charge $25 for something that you used to do for free, why not? The other thing is you can create a template that you can reuse, a template situation, which some companies, obviously that doesn't fit, but don't discount. Don't discount your prices just to get a sale. If you're gonna discount your prices, change what you're providing. So for example, my examples come from a construction company because I owned and ran one here in town. But if somebody comes into me and says that they found a remodel for $10,000 cheaper, I'm gonna ask them what else are they not doing that I'm doing? Because there's no way that it's equal. And even if it is equal, I'm not just going to discount my price because somebody else charges less. There's guaranteed something that's not the same. So if I can take away part of that service, I'm more than willing to charge less. For example, doing SEO. If somebody says, I only have $500, okay, well, if my typical package is $750, I can offer you a $500 package, but it's not going to include everything in my $750 package. The value of your product and your service, know your value. Know what you're worth. Know what you should be charging. Using technology in order to help make things more efficient in the company. And then the other thing is systems and processes. I love systems and processes. They're so much fun for me. Most people hate them. But systems and processes can increase the efficiency of your company. They can produce an expected outcome multiple times rather than just once. And so it makes your company scalable as well.